culture. Now, what comes to your mind when you hear the word? Surely, culture has a different meaning for every one of us. But let's see some of your opinions first. So, raise your hand if you think this is culture. Okay. How about this? Do you think this is culture? Thank you. And how about this? Yes, having a good laugh. So this is a funny meme that I made, right? I think it is culture, but I don't see many of you raising hands. And I think that is the problem I will be saying about today. Nowadays, it has become so difficult for us to even say what culture really is. And although we have some new thoughts about it, many people tend to think that culture should be dug out from the ground from hundreds of years ago. No, that is absolutely wrong. And today, I will motivate you to see culture in a different light using my story. Over the past few months, I wrote a play set in historical fantasy, where my characters, Sophia and Ivan, experience a majestic journey on Soviet land in the 1970s. The writing began with resistance. Every day, I sat in front of the computer, staring into a blinking cursor, not knowing what to write. I was afraid. I was scared, because I didn't even know which letter to start with. However, I felt determined. I wanted to write a play. Months and years of oozing out a few sentences every day passed. I simply kept writing. Finally, I was able to complete the play. Sophia and Ivan, by then, had completed their journey from Russia to the Americas. Remarkable, right? After this pursuit, I decided to compose music because which play doesn't have a soundtrack? So, I decided that I needed some music. Even though writing was already very difficult for me, if it was climbing a mountain, then writing music was flying to the moon. I hadn't touched a piano in 3 years before then. But again, I dedicated myself to this task. Once I started, every day I dreamt of the melodies and listened to them with magnifiers to find the good ones. Every day, I would write them down, note by note, into songs. And finally, I was able to see and hear the results. I have a full album of songs right now for my play. Remarkable, isn't it? The message I'm spreading is with love. You and I, every one of us, can create our own culture, can break our limits, can achieve the unimagined. Some of the people have said, I cannot do it. This is so hard. Oh, I have not the talent that you have. While you might be thinking the same thing, I assure you that you can also be the change you wish to see in the world. This is because that the culture comes from every little part in our world. For example, the little story that you wrote for your English assignment last week, it might be the first chapter of the next best-selling novel. The tiny doodle in your margin of the maths notebook, that might be the next famous comic. Therefore, I want to remind you, the key point is to be proud and passionate about your own culture. Never be afraid about trying new things and creating your own culture. I'm Robert from YCIS Pushi Year 9. Thank you.